Welcome back to the Dare to Dream podcast. This is a podcast to inspire you to embark on the adventure of your life. This is Vincent Van Patten, and today is going to be a solo episode. I'm feeling inspired, have some things running around in my noggin that I'd love to talk about, and it's going to be a fun one. So, I've been in Japan. The last few weeks have been a little bit just different than what it's been before. Feeling like, I've been here for 8 months, and while it's still just incredible and, inspiring in so many ways, I am also feeling this sort of melancholy of some things that I've gone through, and just, this pressure that I put on myself to do all these things and finding the time to do them. And just because I'm a human being, and we go through waves of emotion, and it's not always easy. This life that we live, it really is seldom easy being a human being. And something that I want to talk about today is, over the past year or so, I've been asked a couple of times, in different ways, are you always this happy? And the first time I was asked, I was in Lisbon, Portugal. I was working at a hostel, and I was living there for 2 months, working there. And somebody who I was getting to know just asked me, it's a morning, bright sunny morning, I'm not sure. May have been raining, but they'd asked, are you always this happy? Because I think I come off as, based on these questions, as somebody who is quite cheerful. And, I usually have a smile on my face, and I do what I can to help. And that kind of took me by surprise. It made me feel like, do people think that I'm putting on some sort of front, that I'm not being real, that I'm not being authentic? And it just made me think that a few things. One, is it a bad thing to be, to be happy? Is it a bad thing to come off as somebody who's always cheerful and just kind of lighthearted? And, I'll get into that a bit, but it made me also realize that it really, first of all, this person I was getting to know all she knew was the person who showed up in Lisbon with blue hair and was working at the hostel, and, every morning or every day they see me and I have a smile on my face, I'm cheerful, I'm rather lighthearted, but, it's rare, I think, for somebody to know the deepest parts of who we are, the deepest essence of our being, and that's maybe family and friends. And it's not often that we really show who we truly are, especially with strangers, but it takes time to know somebody, and it takes a long time to even really understand ourselves. And I thought about that question for a while. Why is it kind of getting to me that this person asked if I'm happy all the time? Because I think the biggest thing is because I know who I am. And deep down, I hurt just as much as anybody. Obviously, I don't spring out of bed and just listen to the chicks crowing, and by chicks I mean little chickens, chicks crowing and looking for the rainbow in the sky. I don't know. Of course, I'm a human being, and I'm not just a big ball of joy and energy, but it's the message that I hope to relay in this episode is it's a constant effort. It's the battle to be a joyful person. That is what I strive to do. So when you see me, with a smile on my face, hopefully doing my best, and if I'm at work or if I'm working on something, if I'm doing anything at all, walking down the street and I smile to a stranger, that's because I know that life is difficult. I know that we all struggle in our own ways, and the reason I aspire to be a cheerful, joyful person is because I have an unwavering faith that no matter how dark life becomes, there is hope for the future. And faith is more than just hope. Faith is, I sincerely believe it. I believe the universe has my back, and this is not the end of our story. If you're going through something difficult, if you're going through a tough time, this is only just the beginning. And there's so much beauty and joy and love ahead. And the reason I put that smile on my face and I get up and I just go, even though I'm hurting, even though I lie in bed in the morning and, the negative thoughts just barrage all of us. They come in and you think about what you aren't doing, you think about all the negativity, things that you should have done, the worries come in. And I've found that I learned this from Steven Pressfield, one of my favorite writers. Get up and don't give yourself that time to lay in bed and just think. Get up and just get moving, because honestly it works. That is the best way to just say, fuck it, I'm not going to listen to these negative thoughts. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and I'm going to give today everything I have. So what I was getting at there is that faith is different from hope. Hope, hope is Star Wars, A New Hope. We hope this is going to be the change that we need. We hope this is going to be the break that we deserve. We hope that this is going to be the time of healing. Faith is that, I see it as, maybe it won't happen now. And maybe, just maybe, it won't at all. Faith is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if things change. Faith is simply surrendering and appreciating what is, and knowing deep within your heart that what is already beautiful. It's already complete. It's already all it needs to be. And faith is that a deep knowing that with time things will change. There will be trials, there will be more pain, there will be difficult times that we all have to go through, because that's what makes life beautiful. But just as we feel those difficult times, there will also be those times where everything just clicks. That is faith. Everything will one day click. And until you get there, enjoy the reality of what is. And today, I'm kind of just going off the cuff and just speaking some things that are on my mind. But, I got asked this again recently by somebody kind of in a different way, but it's like, it made me feel like, so the question, are you always happy? Is this like, how can somebody just be joyful all the time? And it made me think of just, well, one, do I have to show people that I hurt just as much as anybody? Like, I think in my writing I tried to be as vulnerable and open-hearted and the truest me that I could be. And I don't like to just write and talk, and it's not even just writing, it's just living. I don't like to bring down the energy around me and the energy within myself by focusing on the negativity. And that's what faith is too. Faith is focusing on going uphill, on taking this rock that we all carry, this burden, and moving. Never stop moving up that hill. Giving up, surrendering, putting your hands up and saying, fuck it, this is not worth it. That is what I'll never do. And even though times get difficult, I don't want to live a life where I succumb to the darkness, to the pain, to the negativity. I want to live a life where I make other people happy by being present. I want to live a life where I feel joyful, no matter what's happening, no matter what I'm going through, the difficulties, the trials, where I feel like, who gives a shit? I'm alive, I'm here, and I'm just gonna try. Literally the worst thing that you could do is never try. If you try, if you're giving your best, if you're just continuing and soldiering on, things will change, and inevitably they will get better. And sometimes you have to go through the most difficult times to see what you are made of and see what life can truly be. And I bring it up because it is the most difficult thing in my life, but half a decade, I've been dealing with back pain every single day. I'm in pain, and obviously people don't know that when they just meet me, because I'm smiling. It seems like I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, but that smile on my face, it isn't fake. It is faith. It is faith that this thing will get better, and I'm not going to waste my energy and my life worrying about it, because I am trying. I'm doing everything I can to get better, and right now in this moment, it feels good. It feels good right now, and I know I'm on the right track. Sometimes we get so caught up with the big picture of how things are going to work out in the long run, just the decisions that need to be made. We worry about decisions that we already made, and there's so much potential, so much possibility, alternate realities that seem so important, but all we have is right now. All we have is this very moment, and that's the only reality that is. And if I feel pain in the moment, that is part of life too, and we don't have to fake and act like that isn't who we are, that isn't what is real, because pain hurts emotionally, physically, mentally. So feel those things. Allow yourself to feel the pain and the full breath of life. But faith is not letting that overcome you, overwhelm you, and become you. Faith is, no matter how hard it gets, just continuing to smile, continuing to give your best, and continuing to shine your light. And these questions like, are you happy all the time? It made me think, well, do I need to be less happy? Do I need to show people that, oh, I'm hurting too, by not sulking around, but just by, I don't even know what, just not smiling so much? But when I meet somebody, I want to smile. I want to be a joyful person who people feel good. I want to make people feel good being around them. And I definitely understand how that could be construed as a people pleaser, just doing the things to make other people think you are a certain way, and kind of wearing this mask of positivity. But that's not how I see it. I see it really as, for me, I have to smile. I have to give my best, and I have to write. I have to do this, because all of it culminates in me becoming the best person that I could be. And trust me, it is not easy, and you don't have to fake anything. But I see every day getting up, getting out of bed, getting out of your own head, and facing the day as a challenge worth accepting and giving everything you have to. It's not easy, being alive. And I think, I don't know, when I get asked these questions, I've ruminated over this for a while and thinking, do I have to dim my light to make other people maybe accept me or see me in a different way? And I've realized, hell no. Don't let other people dim your light because they perhaps walk in the shadows. Give everything you have to shine as brightly as you can. Give yourself your voice to the world, and just keep moving forward. With that, I believe you will get to where you're meant to go. And if people tell you you shouldn't be so happy, you shouldn't be who you are, those aren't your people. And you will find your people if you continue looking within and not needing that external validation that this is what I'm supposed to be. This is who I'm supposed to be. And the further, I go in life, the more I just understand how simple it really can be. That this moment right now is truly all we have. And I don't want to waste a second of it wishing things were different. Amor fati, the Latin, the love of fate. I've thought obviously so many times over the years, how the hell did this happen to me? How did I, at 21, suffer this back injury that's plagued me for the last 7 years? And I know it happened for a reason, because it has made me the person that I am today. And I don't know if I would have such an unwavering faith because of it. I don't know if I would go for things as much without it. If I would know that to get to where we're meant to go, to be able to smile despite being in pain, that is a truly courageous person in my eyes. Not in a fake way, not just smiling to cover up, to mask something, but smiling at life, smiling at the universe and saying, thank you for this trial. I know I will persevere and I will get through this. And if I could smile throughout that, man, anything is possible. When you come out the other side of that thing, there's no telling what you will do. And I know that for myself, and I know I'm coming out of it. Well, love you all so much. This is truly a gift and a blessing to be able to just talk and hopefully inspire some people along the way. But if you question, people question you, who you are, if they think you're putting on a front, if they think you're acting a certain way, who the hell cares? Do not give other people your power. Do not let other people dim your light. There's so much good to live for. There's so much beauty in this world. And it takes courage to see that, I believe. It takes courage to say, I know this is not walk in the park every day. Trust me. But I have faith that the universe has my back and the best days are yet ahead. This is one of my favorite quotes from The Wealthy Gardener. The moral is clear as I look back at these lessons now that I'm of age, that the book of one's life is determined by the courage contained in each page. It takes courage to be a happy person. It takes courage to see everything around you and not let it overwhelm you, and face it, not hide, not say, oh, nothing's happening around me, or there's nothing I could do. But no, facing it, facing yourself, the first person who you know you are and who you can be, and giving everything you have to make that a reality. Because there are people out there like you, and we're all looking for our tribe. If you listen to this podcast, you got me, you got Lego McGregor, and we ain't stopping. So be courageous, continue shining, and just keep giving it everything you have. Much love, y'all. Thanks for listening.